Listen, you've played Skyrim, right? You know how like you're on the main quest and suddenly there's like 3 side quests you have to do, but then the side quests make you go on other side quests, and then all of a sudden those side quests have side quests, then you come across this one guy that has a side quest, and then before you know it, you have 18 side quests that you're all doing at once, and you don't know how to do it, and the more you say side quests, the weirder it sounds. Side quest, side quest, side quest, side quest. That was my day yesterday. A few months ago, I go to get my oil changed, right? Because you're supposed to do that every 6 months. They open my hood, and they tell me that I need a new serpentine belt. A what? Yeah, ma'am, you need a new serpentine belt. Looks like yours is pretty deeply cracked and it's pretty close to being dangerous. I didn't know what that was. What kind of snake belt is that? I didn't know my car had snake belts. What's it do? I can never say this name. Valvoline. I always want to say Valovine. Valvoline. I always go there to get my oil changed. I know you're not supposed to go to Jiffy Lube, Quick Lube, any lube. I was told to never go to any lubes because that's not going to end well for your car. Valvoline always seemed to do a pretty good job. There was one mechanic I went to about my spark plugs, but that was forever ago. My car is like good with spark plugs for now, I think. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Hello. So listen, I go to Valvoline 3 months ago. They changed my oil. They say, oh, your filter looks good. It doesn't look like you've used very much of it. But then they come and tell me that my belt is messed up and I need to go fix. They then tell me that they can fix my belt there, but they don't take the belt I need. So I ask, what do I need? They say, a serpentine belt. Great. So I just walk in AutoZone and say, I need a serpentine belt? Yes, ma'am. You just walk in and say that you need a serpentine belt. Cool, cool, cool. Will do. Here's the kicker. You ready? So I get my oil changed, come home, don't drive my car for 3 months because I was busy with like my birthday and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas I was gone, and so there's no point, and even still I don't drive. So I was like, you know what, my belt will be fine, it'll be fine, I just won't mess with it, I won't drive, it'll be perfectly fine, no problem. Skip to yesterday. This is where it all begins. In the morning, I was going to go to the gym. Then I was gonna go see my lady doctor to make sure that I don't have cancer in my reproductive organs, because apparently that runs in the family when you turn 25, and guess who's 25? Then after that, I was going to go to Valvoline and get my car fixed. Simple main quest. Right? Wrong. Of course it wasn't going to work for me. Of course. We go to the gym, no problem. After the gym, I shower, get ready. I go to my clinic that I go to, right? It's not one of those nice places, it's just a clinic, but they've always treated me well and they tell me what's right and what's wrong, what I should do. Here's another thing too that I want to talk about a little bit with America's healthcare. Birth control. Sometimes you can get it for free, sometimes you can't. I never understood the big deal with it because, you know, oh, there's other things, like I don't understand why people need birth control. Then I looked more into it and it turns out it can stop, you know, like period cramping, and it can make your periods lighter and this, and I was like, that would be nice, like maybe I should get on that. So I got on it for like, I think 9 months. It was amazing. Like at the first week I started taking it, I was insane. Like you guys don't know because you didn't see it through the videos, but like dear Lord, I was like crazy. I was crazy because what it does is it adds like, it gives and takes away chemicals to try to like make your ovaries not drop an egg, and it's science. I hardly ever had any cramps. I was always on time. It was, everything on it was amazing. And then my insurance stopped covering it. Therefore, I could not be on birth control anymore. Skip forward to the new year. I think, oh, my insurance will cover it now. Instead of taking the pills, maybe I can get the implant for 5 years because that would be amazing. So I go into my clinic, right? I tell the people I'm there, I sit down, I wait. Then this family comes in. Oh my God. This family comes in, and there's the people in this room, right? There's a woman sitting to my left. There's a woman in front of me that had a newborn and a little bitty stroller. I didn't see it. They had a blanket on top of it, but it looked like it could be a cute little girl. Anyways, moving on. A family comes in, and there's, I guess, like a grandma and a mom, and they had these 2 toddlers, right? A girl and a boy. The boy immediately comes in, shrieking on the top of his lungs. He just wanted to go outside. He didn't want to be in here. I don't blame him, for starters. It smells like a hospital. Nobody likes the smell of hospitals. The little girl notices there's a stroller with pink blankets on it, and she, you know, that good baby doll. There's a baby doll in there. I'm gonna go play with the baby doll. So she comes over and she tries to look in the stroller, and the stroller's mom, like the newborn baby's mom, was like, oh, you wanna see the baby? Like lifted the blanket so the little girl could see it. She was looking and she's like, oh, whoa. And it was so cute to watch like a little girl learn. Like, yeah, that's how, you know, baby, cute. That's how you were. And now you're growing up. That's how we all were. We were all babies once. Ah. Oh, no. You would think the mom of the toddler would be like, hey, come over here, sweetie. Don't mess with other people. Oh, no. The mom didn't care what her kids were doing. She just sat there laughing on her phone. Do you know what the kid did? The little boy was climbing up and down chairs that people were in. The people were in. And then the little girl that was playing, like looking at the stroller, started pulling the blankets out. There is a newborn baby in there. And then she started to try to climb on the stroller, and the mom was kind of sitting there and be like, oh, no, like, whose kid is this? And I was sitting there like, there is a newborn and this toddler is trying to climb in the stroller, and the mom is like too shy to say anything about it. This mom's not even paying attention. This little boy is climbing on the seat next to me and he's looking at me. Why is he looking at me? Do I wave? Do I smile? Do I just stare? Do I go back on my phone? Like, what am I doing? Then the mom finally calls over the two toddlers. Little boy runs back, little girl runs back, and the little boy starts playing with his mom's leg or something. Little girl comes walking over to me, puts both of her hands on my legs and just starts patting. And I was like, what is going on? So the little girl stops and goes. Now the mom's looking at me, the stroller mom's looking at me, and I just like gave a little like toddler, a little half-assed wave, because what else are you supposed to do? I can't be like, oh, good monkey, pat it on the head. No. My ovaries were shriveling at just this scene, this situation. The little girl runs back and my name gets called, and I think, yes, God bless. Oh, this is gonna, I'm free. Free. Did you really think I was free? I walk up to the counter like, and the lady goes, I'm so sorry, Miss Witcher, but we don't take your insurance anymore, so for you just to see the doctor, it's gonna cost $170. Excuse me? Just to see a doctor in a clinic that usually, if I didn't have insurance, that clinic would have been free. But I had insurance, but they didn't take my insurance. So it was gonna cost me $170 just to see the doctor, just to see her. That doesn't include what I'd have to go through if I needed to get my annual like checkup for, you know, the organs. That wouldn't include that. It wouldn't include the potential birth control. Oh no, no, no. It's not even my insurance, it's my mom's insurance. So I'm like, okay, thank you. Thanks for denying my health. I have been 1 month off of birth control, right? Technically almost 2. The first month I was off birth control, I felt fine, you know? There was no difference in my hormonal feelings, my emotions, my craziness, there was nothing. But I had started my period a week early. No big deal, right? I mean, it's a little inconvenient, but no big deal. Here's the thing, because my body was restricted from certain chemicals and hormones and whatnot for 9 months, it was in period overdrive. I have never felt such bad cramping in my life. And here's the thing. I have a really high pain tolerance. Like, I have a high pain tolerance, I have a high alcohol tolerance, I have a high patience. It hurts so bad, and I'm hoping it's not as bad as it was, but because that was the first month off of it. But this is the second month, maybe it's all out of my system, but I can't, like, I remember when I was going through, I was laying in bed and I was like, I need it. Our healthcare is a mess, but anyway. Got in my car, I sat there, I was like, great, now I have to book another appointment with another doctor that I have no idea if they're gonna take me seriously or not, because the reason why I went to that clinic was because my previous lady doctor was not honest with me. I could go into everything. Basically, she didn't believe when I told her I was a virgin. So she wanted to check, even though I told her, like, I think, how old was I? 22 when I went in the first time? She wanted to check, and then when she checked, she's like, yeah, you are. I'm like, yeah, like I'm not gonna tell my lady doctor who's gonna check my lady parts if I'm not gonna be dishonest with you. Like, are you kidding me? We're not in like the Bible Belt, okay? We're in California, we're in Los Angeles. Weed is legal this year, okay? I'm not gonna lie about my lack of sexual activity to you. You're a doctor, okay? You're not the doctor, but you're a doctor. Moving on. That's why I switched. The closest one that takes my insurance now is in another town. So I have to go to another town to go get my privates checked just to make sure, you know, there's not another cancer spot. And see if I can get on birth control again, because I do not want to deal with the pain I dealt with. This is where the side quest starts to blossom. You ready? So off to AutoZone I go to buy me a serpentine belt. So I drive and I drive and I drive. I get to AutoZone, I walk in and I start walking up and down the aisles because surely the serpentine belts are gonna be in the aisles. Keep in mind, I've never been to an AutoZone in my entire life. Why would I need to? I soon realized that the serpentine belts are not going to be in the aisles of AutoZone. I have to go ask someone for help, which is great because I don't like talking to people and I didn't want to sound like an idiot. So I go up to the front. There's a guy at the checkout that kind of looks my age. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ask him. So I walk up and he's like, hey, how can I help you? And I was like, hey, I need serpentine belts. And the thing is I keep calling them serendipity belts. I don't know why. Like it's the S. So as I was walking up there, I was like, please don't say I need the serendipity belt. Please don't say I need the serendipity belt. Please don't say I need the serendipity belt. He's like, follow me. So he goes over to his computer, follow him. He starts typing in. He's like, what kind is your car? I'm like, oh, it's a Hyundai Accent, 2010. He looks at his screen and goes, which one do you need? A serpentine belt. Apparently, my car has 2 serpentine belts. Not 1, 2. They didn't tell me which one was broken. Valvoline! I look at the guy and I go, I'll buy both, I guess. Can I bring it back if they don't need one? He's like, yeah, no problem, no problem. So then I buy them. They're not that bad. Serpentine belts aren't that expensive. I think one was $17, the other was $18. Keep in mind, I was thinking like $50. So it was a blessing to know that 2 belts were less than 50. Buy the belts, get in my car. I'm like, okay, let's go to Valvoline. Woohoo! This is gonna go well. I know that we're going back on the main mission. Back on the main mission. It's gonna be great. I pull up to Valvoline. Roll down my window. There's a little bit of a line, a little bit of a wait. Guy comes up to my window. He's like, hey, what do you need help with? Oil? And I was like, oh, no. I came here like 3 months ago. I was told that my serpentine belts were like little, like broken, like deeply cracked. I went and got my own. Like they told me to get my own. So I just need that fixed. And he's like, okay, cool. Yeah, just wait right here. Thank God. Yes, we're back on the main mission. I wait for like 30 minutes, right? Another guy comes around the corner. So I roll my window down and I was like, hey. And he's like, hey, what are you here for? And I was like, oh, my serpentine belts were like deeply cracked, so I didn't know which one, so I got 2, like, and the guy goes, why'd you buy your own? Y'all told me to. The guy looks at me, takes off his hat and goes, we have our own serpentine belts though. Why would someone tell you? Do you remember who told you that? Kate's no snitch, all right? I saw the girl that told me that. I saw her and I looked at her and I go, I don't remember, I'm sorry. I protect, I attack, but most importantly, I got your back. So then he asks if I could pop my hood for him. I was like, yeah, sure. Pop it open, no problem. He looks in and goes, 1 second, I'm gonna go get my manager. I'll be right back. So he goes off and gets his manager. I'm thinking there's a dead animal in my car because why would he need his manager? Why did he get that funny look when he looked in my car? Like, what is happening? Oh, here we go, side quest. They come over, they have like 2 flashlights. They're like looking in my car. The one guy comes over, like rubbing his head, and he's like, so I understand the serpentine belt problem now. You have 3. You don't have 2. My car has 3. My car has 3 belts. Great. It's like when a family finds out they're pregnant. They go to the doctor, and turns out they're having triplets. That's what it felt like when my car has 3 serpentine belts. Not 1. Now 2, 3. Each Nissan. 1, 2, 3. 3. Stupid. Stupid. Why didn't no one tell me that in the beginning? And then it gets worse. So he tells me I have 3 belts. And then he goes, we can't do that here. We don't do that here. We're not a mechanic, so I can't help you. Normally we would change the other belts for $9.99, which was what I was expecting to pay anyways. But anyway, we would normally do it for $9.99. But the 3rd belt we don't have here, so you have to go to mechanic for. I have been loyal to you, Valvoline, Valvoline. I've been loyal. Why you do this to me? How am I supposed to find a mechanic who's trustworthy, gonna do a good job, cheap enough? I'm screwed. Like I'm screwed. I'm screwed. And I can't drive my car that far because I knew my belts were super damaged. I just had that gut feeling that my car needed help. And I couldn't help her because I couldn't find a mechanic. When he said that I needed to find a mechanic, I guess my face kind of dropped because he's like, there's a mechanic across the street or you can go to one down this thing. Do you know this over here, the mechanic over here, like you just pull in, like I can show you. And I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll go to the one across the street, sure. I pull up, I sit in my car, I'm like, okay, is someone going to come to me or do I need to go to them? Guess I need to go to them. So I get out of my car, I walk into the tiny little shop, there's a guy sitting at the desk, there's 2 people in the room, and I walk in and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna say to him. I don't even know what I'm gonna say to him. And here's the thing, remember how I said I can't pronounce Valvoline. So I've been wanting to call the serpentine belt the serendipity belt, and I've been wanting to call Valvoline and the serendipity belt. I'm on a roll. The main guy was on the phone. He gets off and he's like, "Hi, how may I help you?" And my mind was like, my car. Kate! I somehow managed to stumble out. Oh, I just came from the place across the street. They said to come here in my car, like I need a new serpentine belt, and I bought my own, and I just like kind of rambling. And he's like, okay, sit down, I'll be with you in a minute. Great, I'll sit here and wait. Okay. He's like, okay, tell me, what's the problem? My problem is I can't drive my car, and my most loyal, trustworthy place can't do it, and I don't know where else to go. They told me to go here, but I don't even know if I can go here. I don't know how much you're gonna charge me. It's gonna be so expensive, and I'm trying to save all this money because I have a surprise for my viewers, and you don't even know what my viewers are. You don't even know I do YouTube. You don't even know my name. You don't even know which one's my car. Yeah. Okay, we can fix, no problem, we can fix. This is where it gets fun. You ready? He asked for my keys, so I give him my keys. He goes to my car, pulls it in, and then he comes in, he starts talking, and I tell him that, you know, I bought 2 belts. He's like, okay, well, I may not use belts, but if I use belts, you know, then I not charge you for my own belts, but everything here is much cheaper. I don't know what kind of, I think he had an Armenian accent, but I suck at accents. Like, you've heard me try to do English accents, I can't. So then he asks me in his really deep accent, which I'm going to attempt, I'm sorry. What's your ethnicity? What? Your ethnicity. Where are you from? I don't know. So he asks me again, and I say I don't know because I just don't know. And then finally he asks me again, because I guess I don't know isn't the right answer. The only thing I know about my dad's side is what he told me, which was Native American and German. So I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. I love when my camera dies. I tell him the only little piece I know, which is Native American. So I tell him, I was like, Native American. And a little bit of Native American, and he sits back and he goes, Armenian? Like, no, Native American, like from here. Oh, you look Persian. What does Persian look like? What? How do I look Persian? I am white as snow, man. I'm editing this, so this is what Persian looks like, apparently. I still don't know. I'm waiting for like future Kate to do it. Thanks, future Kate. High five. Okay, moving on. Then he kept talking, and he's like, you know, he's like, I'll help you out here. I help you. He's like, where's your nearest family? And I tell him, you know, Texas. And he goes, oh, my daughter is in University of Arizona right now, but that she is my daughter and you are my niece. I am Uncle Steve. You can call me Uncle Steve. My name's Steve, by the way, but I am your Uncle Steve, and here I will treat you like family. This whole time I was sitting there like, what is happening? But I kept like saying thank you, like I appreciate that, because you know, he is so kind, and honestly I was terrified out of my mind because I was always told mechanics no matter what will try to rip you off. As I was talking to my new uncle, he was telling me stuff, you know, like, oh, whenever you go to never go to Jiffy Lube, never go to any of the lubes, blah 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 blah. You come to me. You always come to me. If anything is wrong with your car, you come to me. And I was like, okay. Here's the part where it gets like a little whiffy. So Skylar had to come pick me up because it was gonna apparently take my car like 3 hours to get fixed. Understandable, it's out of mechanic. So Skylar picks me up, I go home, I wait, I sleep a little bit, and I wake up to my phone ringing. So I quickly answer the phone. I was like, hello? He's like, oh, hello, Angel, your car is fixed. Why does this happen to me? And I was like, okay, thank you, I'll be on my way. Walk in, I'm like, hi, is it okay? And he's like, yeah. He's like, we fixed, look, I have your belts to look at. And he showed me, and wow, they were real cracked. They were real cracked. And ready for the best part? So then he goes, yeah, but your tire light was on. And I was like, yeah, there's a nail in the back tire, but it's okay. And he's like, there's a nail? And oh, I can take care of it. I'm like, oh, no, it's okay. Like, it just needs air. Like, usually it's fine. He's like, no, I take care of it. It's my job. I take care of it. It's you. Don't worry. It'll take 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I won't charge. Okay. Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And I thought he was going to patch it. Just like, but done. Keep in mind, I've had this nail in my tire for at least a year. I just go refill it with air because I don't drive that much and it's not that big of a deal. So he goes over, starts cranking up my car. I'm sitting there watching him. He cranks it up and he gets all these pliers and he pulls it out of my car and I hear my tire go. Externally, I was like this. Internally, oh my god, oh, the air is coming out. Oh, how are you gonna fix that? Oh my god, did you make the hole bigger? So wait, are you making the hole bigger? Am I gonna have to get a new tire? You're gonna have to make me get a new tire. Oh my god, mechanics are a lie. Sure enough, like 5 minutes go by, he comes over. Okay, it's all good. It's your family. I don't charge for that. I don't charge to my niece. Who my niece? And if you ever have any other car car problem, you come to me. You come to me, Uncle Steve. So I go in, pay. It ends up being like $155, which isn't bad because instead of replacing one serpentine belt, he replaced 3, which was needed because he showed me the belts and they really needed it. Then I asked him, you know, for future reference, I was like, hey, so how often do these belts need to be replaced? He goes, oh, every 15,000 miles or so. He's like, this is your first time changing it, yeah? You can tell. Then he tells me, you ready? Get this. Today I learned also, if your tire light is still on and you just filled up all 4 of your tires, it's probably the spare tire, because your spare tire is connected to your car's computer to let you know when your spare tire needs air. Uncle Steve, man. Do you want to see the culprit that was in my tire? He gave me it to keep. Bing! That was in my tire. And he pulled it out and gave it to me. I don't know how the nail broke off like that. I don't know where it happened. That was in my tire for like a year. Feel free to name it in the comments. When I finally get home, I was like, yes. I'm done with today. I got everything done, minus, you know, the doctor, but I booked an appointment with a doctor that's a town over I'm gonna have to go to tomorrow. Technically today, whenever you're watching this, Thursday. It happens on Thursday. What's today? Tuesday? Oh my god. Yeah, tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow for when you're watching this. Tomorrow. I have to go to the doctor, so fingers crossed on that. That it comes out clean and we're good and I don't have cancer, because I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that right now, okay? I've already had too much stuff going on. Uncle Steve, help. And I just had a heck of a day. Like, I know me telling you the story, it probably doesn't seem that overwhelming, but in the moment, with everything happening all at once, just, it's a little stressful. Like, honestly though, I found a mechanic. Like, he was so, I don't know, he made me feel welcome. And maybe that's a tactic, but it worked and my car works, so I have no problem. And my tire is fixed. I hope you guys enjoyed my story of my crazy day. Whew. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye!